Siemaneczko, z tej strony Xyrion, witajcie w kolejnym odcinku z dziedzictwem Hogwartu. No i kontynuujemy przygodę. Tak, mamy porozmawiać z Sebastianem. Mamy jeszcze to jajo i tą mamę. Dobra, ale idziemy z Sebastianem pogadać.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
No dobra. Kurde, co tam się dzieje w ogóle? A teraz tak, albo Nati, albo to jajo. No właśnie, urodziło nam się zwierzątko. To zanim Hogsmeade, to jeszcze rozpoczęliśmy przecież questa w pokoju życzeń. Dokończmy go. No dobra. Okej. Dobra. Identyfikacja. Dobrze. Wigę nowych podków na razie mamy trochę, więc chyba nie ma sensu brać. Zobaczmy, gdzie jest źrebie. Ojejku, jest. Ja nie muszę go karmić, bo już jest nakarmiony.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Elegancko, fajnie.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
Rąbane.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Dobrze. Teraz możemy iść do Hogsmeade.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
Okay.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Okay.
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be
Trochę
finished with the
naiwne
poachers once
stwierdzenie,
and
ale
for all.
okej.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
No dobra, idziemy. O, już ją słyszę.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
No w sumie dobrze. Dobra, jaja popiełka. Cześć smoczyco. Nie jesteś na nas wkurzona tak to bardzo?
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Okej, tutaj trochę krwi jest. Ale nie wygląda na...
For what it's
Dobrze.
worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Jakieś
Let's hope it
linki.
stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do. Expelliarmus!
A, ona rzuca mnie tymi
I wonder how
kapustami.
many they brought to capture. At least 10 usually.
Gdzie jesteś, Smithy? Myślałem, że dołączysz do nas na Borneo. Wiem, że wiążesz nadzieję z areną walk, ale prawdziwe galeony leżą w akromantulach. Nie uwierzysz, ile zarobiliśmy z Violet kilka dni temu, nie mówiąc już o tym, że Borneo nie jest wcale takie złe. Tak czy inaczej, wkrótce ruszamy w dalszą drogę, być może do Egiptu. To ogromna ulga, gdy nic ci już nie ciąży. Do zobaczenia wkrótce, Angus.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
No. Jeśli ludzie też mają uczucia, co? O! Jakaś skrzynia to tak. Dobra.
There she is again.
Fantastic. She's breathtaking.
From a distance. Revelio.
Jak nas zabije, to będzie śmiesznie, co? Tam coś było takiego, że te smoki są chyba mądre, prawda?
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Gdzie my jesteśmy tak swoją drogą? Ach, nie ma mapy.
Watch your step.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a graphorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
O, tego dużego.
Revelio.
O, kurde. Jeszcze nie znaleźliśmy takiego zwierzątka.
Quiet. What was that? Well, there's no turning back now.
Okej, to jednak... Gdzie ona jest? A tam, dobra.
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll
Nie
follow you.
podjarała mnie?
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe. Revelio.
A, w tym to będzie proste. Żeby ją ominąć. Jeszcze czasu potrzebuję. O, leciała, dobra. No, to już jest
Watch
tutaj.
out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
A, dobra.
Keep
jeszcze raz jak strzeli.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me.
No w sumie.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that.
O, to tylko raz strzela. Chyba się męczy.
Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the left. Look! Underneath her. I think we're close. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
Okej. Lecimy dalej.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Revelio.
Why is every bridge here broken?
A może ona popsuła wszystko, żeby właśnie nie przychodzić do tego noża.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Zaprzyjaźni się ze smokiem. No. No to było dobre.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Co się stało? Ciekawe. Myślę, że co, że jej babcię porwali? No to jeszcze mamy Nati i jej mamę. To było w Hogwarcie.
So frustrating.
Get rid of all the muggle-born students.
Aha.
Too much to hope for, I suppose.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
To jest jakaś manipulacja w stronę
So
nas.
frustrating.
Właśnie, kurde.
She
Szacunek.
never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It
Oh,
is
kotek ten
specific to
zabrać.
me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
A,
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
ciekawe.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She
ma tu trochę
claims that
racji.
she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranroka were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Oczko. Czy to już? Tyle? Nic tam nie wyskoczyło. No to za mitem pogadamy. Trzeba ogarnąć kolejnego questa.
Hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak Goblidegucku?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves Goblidegucku. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. actually conversing in Goblidegucku with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
You said you know Gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Lord Gok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Dobry gostek. A? Gdzie to nas... Nie mamy tamtego. A, czy przejdziemy dalej? O, bardzo możliwe, że nam się odkryje reszta mapy. Okazji mamy tą zagadkę Merlina, to sobie ją rozwiążmy.
What do you have in store for me this time? Revelio.
Ach, kula i pewnie... Tak, tam na dole jest cel. Dobrze. No to turlaj się. Leci? Wleciała.
Not so tricky after all, darling.
Dobrze. Okej. Easy. No, może jest jakaś zagadka tutaj po tym, po goblino-deckowemu.
A friend who speaks Gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
O kurde.
Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here
he's...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak Goblidegucku.
Oh, Bagaglio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be Goblidegucku.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read Goblidegucku better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Cock.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranroka knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranroka. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Okay.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Dobrze.
I'll be quiet.
No faktycznie to jest to oko.
The door is looking at us.
Okay. No to już tak coraz więcej wiemy. Czyli, że biorą to srebro, w tym srebrze.
So rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Właśnie.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Confringo!
Czyli w tym srebrze oni przechowują jakąś, albo zbierają magię i może dlatego ten
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin
cały
mine.
Nemezis może przechowywać magię, czy tam używać magii. Musimy pociągnąć to. O. Okej.
Revelio.
Z drugiej strony coś.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Kończę.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Kurde, co oni się zacięli? A będzie mnie widział, czy nie?
Watch your step round here. What's going on out there? Ranroka is sure to appreciate the extra work we're doing.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door.
Dobra, drzwi mnie na razie nie widzą.
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
No, ona nas nie widzi przecież. Do góry mogę pójść? A nie, ale... Warto
Should
sprawdzić.
use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing.
No przecież jesteśmy niewidzialni, ale chwila, moment, no. Chcę sprawdzić, czy tu coś więcej mogę, a nie... Dobra. Nic więcej nie znajdę tutaj.
Revelio.
To mnie się... Tutaj to nie działa. Znaczy po prostu przechodzimy na razie. Czy później coś trzeba będzie zrobić. No właśnie. Nie ten. Czy teraz tutaj? Tak, właśnie, teraz leci. A, właśnie.
Bombarda.
O, co jest?
Revelio.
Jakaś fajna skrzynia. Dobra. Idziemy dalej.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Aha.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
Ziemeszków.
Stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lettuce, so mushrooms were.
Najpierw się tych muszę pozbyć. Ojejku, jak to wybuchło, jak w to wszedłem?
That's the last loyalist.
Jakaś
Unfortunate, really.
łapka.
I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind.
Revelio.
Dziwne, że to wybuchło, jak to dotknąłem dosłownie. Co jest? Aha, no dobrze.
Fascinating to see Goblidegucku written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Okej. Na pewno dużo im kasy ukradniemy.
Revelio. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Czyli na razie dwie mamy notatki. Dobra, na razie na górę. A, dobrze, tu już byliśmy. Okej.
Revelio.
Dobra, tu jest kolejny.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Dobra.
Revelio.
Tam jest okej. Dobrze.
No, I mean it. I don't think I shall need to eat again till next week. Swollen.
Totalis.
Ojej, idzie tutaj. Ale nikt się na niego nie
Only
patrzy.
following orders. Let's...
Dobra. Na górze się nie patrzy. Oj.
We're close to a breakthrough.
I can feel it.
Mam pytanie, czy ja tam mogę wskoczyć, kurde. Niech się odwróci. Dobra. Okej. Dobra, to ogarniemy ich tak na luzie.
Oh, this heaving is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much work.
Another skim, another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio.
Dobra, co mamy tu do zgarnięcia? Tam jest skrzynia jakaś lepsza. Coś tam tym pootwieraliśmy.
Revelio.
Potki. O, tutaj coś. Dobrze. Aha, drzwi są zamknięte, ale mamy tutaj. O, posąg jednorożca, fajnie. Dobrze.
Revelio.
Już nam niedużo tutaj zostało chyba.
Sneaking about. You'll see.
A tu jest jakieś przejście.
Revelio.
To są tylko kryształy. A nie, właśnie tutaj mamy iść. To ja chcę zobaczyć, co jest tutaj za tym przejściem. Bo tu też możemy przejść. Nie mogę przejść. Mogę to rozwalić?
Bombard. Revelio.
Dobra. No tutaj niestety już nic nie zrobimy. Okej. I co jest w tą stronę?
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio.
Dobra.
Lumos.
Yes, of course.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
No dobrze byłoby tego na górze załatwić. Właśnie, tych na górze najlepiej. Nie będą gapili później. To i tak muszę tych po środku. Ach, easy.
Revelio.
Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a cart at Gringotts. I was only young, mind. Not like I'd fall out now. Lucky if I fit in one now.
Bawimy się w skrytobójców.
I deserve better than patrol.
Petrificus totalis.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet. Revelio.
O, cichutko, elegancko, nawet nie wiedzieli, co ich tutaj, kurde, trafiło. Dobrze, kolejne drzwi, kolejne takie tutaj... Te... Nie widzę dokumentów. Tam jest dokument. Możemy przechodzić przez te drzwi. Tutaj nie włączyłem. Z drugiej strony muszę włączyć ten. Właśnie. Dobra.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Revelio.
No tak, żeby łatwiej się dokopywać do tych różnych, kurde, rzeczy, ale jaja. Nieźle. Tam mamy jakieś...
There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
Jakieś skarby tu mamy. Tu chyba nie poszliśmy jeszcze, nie? No właśnie. O, proszę. Dobrze. Okej. No to teraz na luzie. Winda jest, winda. Jesteś, Amit. Oto.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
O, możemy. Aha. O. Myślałem, że będzie inny jakby mechanizm przy drugim poziomie. No oczywiście, że ich szablujemy.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
A, dobra, tędy mamy iść. No tak. No i to oko ma mnie nie widzieć, dobra.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Szkoda mi go. Goblidegucku.
Revelio.
Dobrze, i tym oto sposobem dotarliśmy do końca odcinka. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. No i do zobaczyska w kolejnych odcinkach. Trzymajcie się, popatki.